Welcome back to the FanSpeak Network and our last prop party of the 2024 season. I can't believe it. Super Bowl 59 is here. We're talking alts, touchdowns, exotics, parlays, everything in just 1 minute. That's right. Our last prop party of the season. I'm drying my tears. I've been trying to cope this whole time with how damn fast this NFL season went. Way too fast. Way too fast. I know we've all expressed that on this show. Way too fast. But Super Bowl 59 is here. Eagles, Chiefs. We're going to talk it through. We really don't care about the side. We'll talk about that a little. We're hunting down the best props and touchdowns and parlays so we can win a bunch of money on Sunday. Tyler, how are you doing? Are you pumped for this? Well, particular Super Bowl, probably not this matchup, but are you pumped for the Super Bowl?
I'm doing good. It really sucks it's the last game. I think we're going to get a really good one, though. That's all I'm hoping for is good football, Meg. At this point, I hope the Chiefs win so I win some money. Just as long as we get good football, not a blowout, that's all we want.
Exactly. Good football. That's what we're looking for to cap off this. It's been an awesome 2024 season. Obviously, we had some success in the best ball streets. Of course, Steve's 50K win. We're doing a second big board, sibling showdown big board at 5 p.m. tonight. So join us 5 p.m. tonight. NFL season's ending. Sad. How do we cope? Best ball. So best ball is fully underway for FanSpeak Network. We'll have more stuff on FanSpeak soon. FanSpeak Best Ball subscription, tons of FanSpeak Best Ball content. Andrew and Justin were in the big board Best Ball streets last night. Check that out on FanSpeak Network. So make sure you're subscribed to the FanSpeak Network. Because now, once we get through this Super Bowl and DGen Dad's Super Bowl show tomorrow, then it's all best ball all the time. You'll want to know when we're going live. So make sure you are subscribed. And while you're here, be sure to like this episode too. Steve, how are you doing? I know you're on the mend. You were very sick last week. You're on the mend. How are you feeling about this Super Bowl?
I'm doing much better. Thank you. But yeah, I agree with Tyler. Just want a good game. These were, even when the playoffs started, these were not the two teams I was hoping for, but I'm hoping we have a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of the game, and you mentioned it, Tyler, be sure to check out NFL Betting Card, Tyler Spread, and our guy Jamie talked it all through on Tuesday. Check that out. I know, Tyler, you are on the Chiefs, and so we're not going to spend a lot of time here on the sides. Steve and I are actually on the Eagles. But that's okay. We can be on different sides here because we're hunting down best props. As you see if Chiefs win, do you see it high scoring, low scoring? Because that's where it could play into props and stuff.
I could be completely honest. I think they could win a low scoring or a high scoring game. Either Mahomes gets going, throws for 300, throws for multiple touchdowns, and they're able to run up the score, and they're giving up these run plays to Barkley. Or they're playing milk the clock and keep this ball away from Barkley and just pass the ball, do these short passes, and keep it that way. So I think they could win either way.
Okay. I was just going to say, I kind of lean towards if the Chiefs win, I like the under more. If the Eagles win, I like the over more. I don't know. I think that's how I see it, just because I was reading a lot of my content, or excuse me, not my content, a lot of my research I did on Fantasy Points or Sharp Football, awesome analysis. And they, Rich Rebar, Sharp Football, was talking about like death by 1,000 cuts, Chiefs, matriculate down the field and that kind of stuff, very slow, that kind of thing. So if they're going to have success, that's why I see it being lower scoring to Chiefs. But the exact opposite is Philly leads in like explosive plays. Obviously, Barkley has more explosive plays than basically the Chiefs together, so like it's just two very different styles here that we're working with. So I think it's super interesting. Do you have any lean to that, Tyler? And then your thoughts, Steve?
Well, just before I go into that, my biggest thing when it comes to this game, the teams feel so close together outside of the quarterback spot that it basically comes down to which side would you rather have the ticket on if it loses. I wouldn't I think Philly has the better overall build of a team. But if I'm holding the Philly ticket and Mahomes beats me, I'm going to feel like an idiot. Why would I ever bet against? You know what I mean? Like if Chiefs lose, I go, oh, I lost to probably one of the better teams in history. They beat the best quarterback ever. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, no, I totally get your mindset on that. And I mean, me, I don't spend a lot in the sides and totals. area I spend more of my money is spent in this, what we're going to talk about, prop market, touchdown market, parlays, that kind of stuff. Betting more a little to win a lot, it kind of swings and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I think with the Eagles, it is interesting. Everybody's saying this in content. You've basically got the much better, in my opinion, much better roster versus the better quarterback and coach. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that comes down to. Steve, do you have any lean on like, if the Eagles win will be higher scoring, Chiefs win will be lower scoring, or you could see it going either way for either outcome?
I think the Chiefs could win more low or high scoring. I think it'd be tough for the Eagles to win low scoring, even though they have a great defense also, and they have Barkley. I just think it's going to be tougher for them to, if this is, for instance, one of the ways they would go low scoring is a lot of bend but don't break, getting to the red zone or getting 30 and then having to kick a field goal. Well, who do you trust there? I trust Harrison Butker,
Right. Okay.
Good.
So you definitely don't see the Eagles winning a low scoring slugfest.
I think it's much tougher for them to win low scoring. Like, I don't think they're going to win if this is a field goal fest or something.
No, 100%. Yeah. So I agree with you guys. Okay. Now I'm going to pull over FanDuel Sportsbook. We are going to just look through and each kind of give out our favorite like alts or props that we're liking. So let me bring that over, and then I'll go to you first, Tyler. What in the alt market are you eyeing up the most right now?
The first alt I'm looking at, Meg, would be Mahomes' 300 passing yards. I just think that they're not going to be able to run the ball very much against this defense. I think they're going to have to win it through the air. His number's 250.5. You're getting around a plus 280 on his 300. So I will gladly take a shot on that. I like that. I want to get in on some Hopkins. His number is only 11.5. That alt at 25 plus is right around plus 250. He's gotten looks in these games. He just hasn't caught them. They're going to try and use him in this game. They're going to spread these receivers out too, because they're going to force these young corners to try and cover these guys. I think we're going to see him get used. He's going to be in another one of my bets later, a little teaser, but I do love those two alts, and I think I'm only going to do those two for right now.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, my only problem with Hopkins is how little routes, but like you said, when he's in there, you have to think they're going to be trying to get the ball to him. It just struggles. The struggle for me with the Chiefs is now how many mouths there are to feed and which ones, because I kind of like maybe Juju as a sneaky play too, but then like you said, Hopkins is so low. I don't know. I'm struggling with the Chiefs receiving side, because obviously it's just, again, much more spread out than the Eagles side. Okay, so but to summarize, Tyler likes Mahomes alting that up in his passing game, and then Hopkins getting involved. I mean, 25 yards, he could get that on one chunk play. So to get to plus, what was it? Pull it over again, plus 265. I think that's a good look. Steve, what are you eyeing up in the alts market?
I'm actually going to go somewhere to Tyler and go with the passing yards, but go on the other side. Jalen Hurts, 225 is plus 121 on DraftKings. I can't see what it says.
Yeah, 122. Same. Yeah. Very similar.
So you could even go to 250 plus 222 here. And people thought the first two games he couldn't throw the ball. He showed against Washington he can. I understand the Chiefs are a tough matchup, but this is a game where he very well could have to throw the ball, especially if they want to get the box unstacked against Barkley. He's going to have to show that he can get the ball downfield some. So, I know there's a lot of differences, but when these two teams met in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, he had no problem throwing the ball on them. So
they threw for over 300, I believe, in that game. So I mean, the fact that his line's like 212 and you're getting a plus odds at 225, like you said, 250 is plus 225. I definitely like Hurts to at least get over 225 and don't mind 250 as well. Again, someone else made a good point, and again, I want to cite the research because I read a lot, listened to a lot this week, and I think multiple cited, both these teams play outdoors and it's cold in the winter. Well, they're in pristine indoor conditions too. Yeah. So for both the passing games and running games, you have to like that as well. So what else do you got, Steve?
I want to do something with Saquon.
I know. His line is ginormous. Let's see what it's at right now. It has been moving around. It actually came down a little bit. Alt rushing is now at 125. I think his line is like one. Let's see. Line is. I made the screen so big now I can't find where things are. Okay,
Yeah.
his line is 109. So 109 minus 110, 125 plus 140 is where you're getting it.
Yeah,
Rushing longest rush has come down a little too. I've seen both. I've seen people on both sides of that. I like the over because there was again. I believe it was Fantasy Points cited that even against a stacked box, it doesn't matter. His like explosive rush rate doesn't go down that much against like stacking the box 6, 7, 8 men deep. Because he's even said if I can get past that, then it's
he's gone.
He's gone.
We saw first play of the Washington game.
Yeah, 60 yards. Yeah, his line for longest rush right now is 23 and a half minus 114.
Yeah, so I like that. I don't mind just doing him like 120 rushing yards. I know it's a high number, but he's just crushed this week in, week out. I think the only way for the Eagles to win is for Saquon to have a good game. I don't think Saquon can get 50 yards and the Eagles are winning this game.
Now, if they stack the box at all, and he does get, hit a little more resistance than he did say against Washington, which there was none. Would you like his receiving, which his line is very low at 12.5, or would you like let me see where his rush receiving is at? Because again, I agree for Eagles to win, Saquon has to be massively involved here. His rush receiving line is 126. So that's obviously going to be, 125 is juiced. Or do you like his receiving, or do you just like approaching like his running? Like I know you can get 120 on DK.
I think you can take a shot at his receiving. It's just tough because even at most he's getting like 4 targets. I wish they'd give more. And maybe if he is getting stacked so much against and struggling against the run, maybe they do dump it off a little bit more. But just because they want to get the ball in his hand. But you're more likely going to approach it from just rushing than receiving or rush receiving.
Yeah. Okay. I like approaching that. I've already bet the longest rush. So I will say that. All right. What else? Anything else, Steve?
I don't mind taking shots at particularly some of these like lesser Chiefs receivers. Like you said, the line is so low for like a Juju or a Hopkins. Juju's going to be out there more. Hopkins will get, probably a couple targets as well. I think you can make the same case on Noah Gray. But
Juju, just to interrupt you, Juju 25s plus 165. We talked about Hopkins 25 plus 265. Noah Gray 25 plus 300. I think one or two of these guys are getting here. To pin me down, I can't tell you which ones. I do know that Noah Gray has the coverages, the cover 4, cover 6 that Eagles run. Noah Gray, you think has done very well in targets per route run and kind of those kind of advanced metrics and done well against that kind of coverage. So you think they'll run more 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, maybe? I mean,
I'll jump in right there real quick, Meg.
Yeah.
They really, really went away from those 2 tight end sets ever since Marquise Brown's got healthy.
I know.
They went more into the 3 wide receiver sets and just trying to spread it out that way. So I'd maybe stay away from Noah Gray. That's just I could be completely wrong on that. He could crush first quarter, but I just see them trying to spread it out more and trying to beat those corners with speed than trying to just go straight up the middle. Fangio is also very good at taking the middle of the field away.
Right, but the tight ends have like crushed in the playoffs. So like, what was it? Kraft had a decent day. Then who was it for the Rams? I'm blanking on the name.
Higbee.
Higbee had an awesome day. Ertz had a massive day, massive. So all playoffs, it's been, and their Eagles corners are legit. And really the only one. I mean, do you guys consider? Do you think Marquise Brown still has like top speed, or is it just really worthy you're scared about?
No, I think Brown still has speed. I mean, guys like Hopkins, I don't think so anymore. But no, I think I will be very interested to see what they end up doing. I agree with Tyler, because not only did Brown come back, but at the same time, like Juju came back, and they just put those guys right back in the lineup and actually put them over Hopkins as well. But yeah, I mean, they're deep at wide receiver. I do think, though, to your point, this is where the Eagles have gotten hit. Obviously, that bodes well for Kelsey, but Noah Gray could get a couple more looks as well. And they might run more two tight end sets just to get a chipper to take out, like some of these Eagles pass rushers to slow them down.
I mean, definitely the chess match between like on both sides of the defensive coordinator versus the offensive coordinator is going to be fascinating on both sides. So yeah, they have all these receivers, but again, the Eagles corners are so good and you can attack through the tight end. It's just weird. It's just going to be so interesting to see, is it Kelsey? Does Noah Gray get more involved, or is it more the receivers? Because it really has been just Worthy. And then, last week it was Juju. The week before it was really nobody. It was just Kelsey. It was just Kelsey. So it's just so damn hard on this side. Do you like Kelsey 70 or Kelsey 7 receptions, Steve?
Yeah, I think I'd go Kelsey the 70 just because we've seen him still get some long ones and the ability to run after the catch sometimes. Yes, he could get peppered for 7, but I think the 70 is a little safer. I do like it. And, if Mahomes goes for 300, I think Kelsey's probably getting 70.
Yeah. Okay. Any other ones? And I just have a couple to follow up with.
No, that's it. Like maybe Dallas Goedert.
That's what I was going to talk about.
I like him at his line. I just don't know how much more I'd push it.
Okay. So just to summarize, you were considering potentially Noah Gray, potentially Kelsey. Who else was the summary? I just want to summarize.
I'm fine taking shots at these cheap Chiefs receivers just because the line is so low. 1 catch for Hopkins, 1 or 2 catches for Juju's gained 25. Same for Noah Gray.
Right. Oh, and then you like Jalen Hurts 25, or excuse me, 225 or 250, and then you like Saquon either 120 on DK or I did already bet the longest rush. Yeah. I'll just follow it up to wrap up the alts that I am going to consider Dallas Goedert at 60 plus. I do you could just bet his line is, I believe, 51.5. But if you want plus odds, it's 60 plus is 148. Again, that's all season. It's been tight end funnel against the Chiefs defense. That's where you attack them. And Goddard's been super involved, more involved than Devonta Smith in the playoffs. So he's looked good all playoffs too. Obviously had a big day against Washington and has had a great playoff. So I don't mind to follow up going back to Goddard there. I agree with you all that one of these Chiefs receivers with low lines are going to get there. I'm struggling to tell you which one. I actually don't mind taking a shot on Barkley 25. It only worked one of the 3 postseason playoff games so far. But if he has some resistance, we know, if he gets 2 or 3 opportunities, he could break one, so I don't mind it at the number you're getting there. And then the last one I'll mention is I like it more at its line. And I know we've discussed this before on this show, but rushing yards, Mahomes, where is it? Okay. Mahomes rushing line is 28.5. So basically, we know Mahomes in the playoffs, Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I believe he's gotten this every Super Bowl. I have to double check, but I believe he has. I'm definitely interested in that. And I've seen some people talk about alting it up. If you want to look into that, you've got, 40 is plus, almost 2-1 and 50 is 370 plus 370. So I might do something with Mahomes 40 plus.
I wouldn't. I just hate going against you here, Meg, again, but I wouldn't get too invested in those.
Really? Why is that?
If they're up and he's kneeling it out, he's chunking 5-6 yards off at a time.
Yeah,
you're going to watch all of a sudden. You're going to be at 40 yards going, it's 28.5. Great. Got this. Kneel number 1. He's down to 36. You're going to go, what just happened?
Right.
And all of a sudden, when he puts his knee on the ground the final time, he's going to be at 28. He did it. He's done it twice already. He did it in the Super Bowl before, and he did it earlier this year. So
I thought he's done it in the Super Bowl
before. He kneels the ball.
Yeah,
I would rather be on his rushing attempts than his actual yards, because then you get the kneel downs as attempts.
Right. Right. No, I've seen people interested in both, and I think obviously if you think you're betting the Chiefs to win, then and that's where the side plays into this, right? Like I think he's going to be running for his life to put the team on his back and do anything. His player rush attempts. So I'm skeptical that he is kneeling it out, but But if you think they're going to win, I totally agree with you. And like you said, that did he lose it last Super Bowl or the Super Bowl before the last one against the Eagles? Do you remember, Tyler?
I actually think it was the first one against San Fran. He did it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think you're right, actually.
But he did it in the playoff game 2 weeks ago.
Okay, gotcha.
Against the Texans, he kneeled out and
yes.
nailed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So his line is 5.5 rush attempts. It's juice, but 5.5 rush attempts.
Well, he had 11 against the Bills, so
yeah, exactly.
What do you guys think of all the injury news coming out of Philly's locker room with this sickness, and Jalen Carter might now miss the game? Like, that's big news.
What was the Jalen Carter? I did not see anything in that. I've been researching the hell out of this game, so I don't know how.
They said he's got an illness. They said a couple of guys in that locker room are dealing with an illness.
Okay.
I mean, they probably play, but they could be hindered.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we hear this every Super Bowl, though, a couple guys being sick, which makes sense. I mean, I was just sick, so.
Yeah, I feel like everybody in America has been sick in
Sorry,
January.
Philly fans. I hung out with the Eagles. No. But no, I know to me, the big injury is the Devonta Smith hamstring. Probably playing, but on a not 100% hamstring, I don't love. But yeah, I know a couple guys are sick. Jalen Carter, I think, is the biggest name, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was just like going through it here.
But I think they're going to play. And here's the thing: the Eagles are just so deep that it doesn't affect them as much as it would a lot of other teams.
I mean, Jalen Carter is like a massive disruptor on the defensive line and like one of their best defensive players for sure.
Oh, no question. But I'm saying if he already only is going to play 60% of the snaps, if he goes down to 50%, it's not going to kill you. Like if he's on a team where he plays 80% of the snaps and is going down to 50.
I get what you're saying. Okay. Got it. Gotcha. Okay. I think that covers alts. We went through kind of like our favorite different looks for different alts. And let's talk touchdowns now. First, we'll go through anytime, then we can each do like a whether you want to go to a long shot or just what you actually, who you like for first touchdown and then like a long shot, however you like it. But I'll go to you first, Tyler. Who do you like in the touchdown market as far as their number, as far as like getting a good number? I mean, obviously I like Saquon to score. I like Hurts to score. You got minus 190, minus 115. I don't mind 2 touchdown looks for both of them. We saw them each get 3 against Washington. Don't think that's going to happen, but I've already bet on them both to get 2 touchdowns because that's a fun one. I should have saved that for the parlay section, but spoiler alert. But no, what numbers are you liking here in the touchdown market, Tyler?
Yeah, I like Dallas Goedert at plus 310. I mean, that feels pretty wide for the tight ends that have just dominated this Chiefs defense.
Yep.
One of these long shot Chiefs are going to score.
Yep. Which one though? Just like the yards. For which one?
It's the game. It's the game of Noah Gray at 5-1, Juju at 5.5-1.
Yep.
DeAndre Hopkins at 6.5-1, and a couple guys you can't forget about: Samaje Perine at 9.5-1, and Justin Watson at 13-1. Would it surprise anyone if Mahomes dumps the ball off to any of these guys and they catch a touchdown? Not really, because they all get on the field.
I mean, I mean, obviously the most routes are Worthy, then Marquise Brown, then probably Juju, and then Hopkins, and then but then you've got again, how much is Noah Gray playing in 2 tight end sets? That's a question, and we talked through that in the yardage portion or in the alt portion. And Perine, I mean, I think one of these long shots are scoring. Which one? No freaking clue.
Yeah, but one lower odd guy I like for the Chiefs, Xavier Worthy. He gets they design plays for him to use his speed.
Oh yeah,
He's probably gonna be matched up with Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean, great player. I don't think he's gonna be able to stay vertical with this man on the field.
No way.
They might just send him straight down the field and test these guys right off the bat because I'm not sure any of them can keep up with him. Darius Slay's getting old. He might run right past him. Quinyon Mitchell's a stud too, but this is the fastest player in the NFL. They might utilize this speed right here, right off the bat, and just throw a bomb. So I love Worthy's price. He also gets some end arounds in the red zone too. Yeah. And he's so fast, he can beat the edge.
And that's another popular, I know I've heard it a lot, but I talked about Mahomes rushing. Another popular one that I heard that I do like is, I believe, Worthy's had 12 rushing opportunities in the playoffs. I might not have that number exactly right, but he's gotten multiple rushing opportunities in every play in each of these two playoff games. I think he's going to get his shots here. I think his line's like 5, 6.5, but like you said, stuff is designed for him. So you're getting, price it out what it is on the different, just have FanDuel up plus 155. I definitely like that a lot, Tyler. And, kind of what I talked about earlier and why I asked about, do you feel like Marquise Brown still got the speed that he once had? The other, the Chiefs are slower compared to, like Hunt, the running backs are, obviously Pacheco's off the injury, Hunt's slow, Kelsey's slow, some of the other guys are slow, but I mean, Marquise Brown and Worthy, definitely have some, Worthy is, like you said, the fast guy in the NFL. So 155, I like that a lot. Steve, who do you got for anytime touchdown? Then we'll go around to our first touchdowns.
Yeah. So I will say of the, higher odds guys, I would probably point to Juju because he's gained the most routes. So I don't think since his number is roughly the same as the other two, I don't think it's being priced accurately if he's going to get the most routes. I understand those guys, Gray had more touchdown equity on the year and Hopkins even so as well. But I don't know. I just feel we've seen in the playoffs, Mahomes rely on him. So I just wouldn't mind that. But I think for me, I am going to go on the other side for my anytime and go. I mean, obviously, I love Saquon, but it's priced accurately. Dallas Goedert.
Okay, so you're with all three of us agree because Tyler mentioned that. I love Dallas Goedert, so we all like Dallas Goedert.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah. For the price, that's definitely my favorite. Anything else you like in the anytime?
No, I mean, I'm with Tyler exactly. Like, I like Xavier Worthy quite a bit. I do think I don't have FanDuel up. What's the number on Kelsey? I mean, to me, getting plus odds on Kelsey
plus 125.
Plus 135 on DraftKings. I think getting plus money on Kelsey is very, very good.
Especially again, that's where you can attack the Eagles too. I mean, I think it's like National Tight Ends Day is for the Super Bowl. I mean, they're both tight ends, all the tight ends have good matchups in this game. Essentially, it's a good matchup on both sides for the tight end position.
If Devontae Smith didn't have that hamstring injury, that price would be nice on him to score a touchdown. He's going to avoid McDuffie most of the game because McDuffie's going to be on A.J. Brown. Yeah. He's probably going to be the open receiver. It's just I don't want to click that button and he goes out with a hammy injury.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's tough for sure. Yeah, agreed. I mean, don't hate A.J. Brown at plus 180 either. It depends. Again, there's a lot of chess matches here on defensive coordinator versus offensive coordinator on both sides of both for both teams. But if Chiefs run a lot of man coverage, AJ Brown destroys man coverage. I know it's a very tough matchup, but plus 180 for AJ Brown. Don't hate that. I honestly, I think the Eagles get their touchdowns on the ground. That's going to be a teaser to the exotic I like, but if you want to look into the 2 touchdown market, you've got Saquon. This will be mine because you guys covered all the other ones that I like. Saquon, 2 touchdowns plus 260. Hurts, 2 tush pushes plus 550. I like both those. And I put them together. I've already bet this. You get 34-1. So it happened last week, but if you do think it could be potentially higher scoring, I definitely believe it could come. All or most of their touchdowns could come on the ground. So I kind of like those for just the 2 most likely guys to score and then taking shots on them, kind of doubling down and each scoring twice. So that's mine. Now let's go to first touchdown. You guys can do just what you think is most likely and then a long shot or however you want to do it. But Tyler, who are you liking to get in the end zone first for Super Bowl 59?
I feel like the Chiefs are going to try and get out to the lead fast and try and negate Barkley that way. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take the long shot right off the bat.
Okay.
Give me Noah Gray 28-1. I think they go down the field. They get in that weird setup. The tight ends are doubled up on the field. Everyone's looking at Kelsey, and Noah Gray falls in the end zone.
Yeah.
all the casual fans are jumping up and down because they thought their Kelsey touchdown props cashed, and the guy gets up and the last name on the back of the jersey's wrong.
That's hilarious. I like that. Any other looks that you like for first touchdown that you sprinkling on?
I mean, of course, I would like Xavier Worthy at 10-1,
Sure.
Kareem
Yeah.
Hunt 9-1. But
Yeah.
those are the obvious ones. I want to take a long shot on those. But I do think the Chiefs get in first. I think that's going to be their goal, is to try and get in first.
Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts, though, that they have struggled in all Mahomes' Super Bowls to get off to a fast start? They, to my knowledge, or to my recollection, I know last year they didn't. They were terrible in the first half. Weren't they slow in all 4 Super Bowls?
Yeah. They've been pretty slow, but it just feels like you have not a clear path to victory, but like you can handicap your opponent fast. If you score, then you stop them and you score again, and now they're down 14-0, and their best option is the running game, and you can milk clock from there. So now you can turn it into Hurts has to beat you instead of Saquon. So I feel like that could be part of their plan here. Sure. I don't think you want to go score for score with this team, because at any moment they could just run the ball down your throat. Tell him to fall right after the first down marker, get up, line back up, and go do it again. And we're just going to take time off the clock. He don't got to break every single one for 80 yards.
He can break a lot of them. I mean, his again, Rich Rebar from Sharp Football broke down like his touchdowns from outside the red zone, like I think way more than doubled anybody else in the NFL. His touchdowns from 50 yards out, way more than doubled anybody else in the NFL. I mean, it's just insane what he's done this season. Absolutely amazing. Steve, what do you like in the touch, or who gets in first? It can be one of the more obvious ones or some long shots. So what do you like?
So I will be betting Saquon first touchdown. Yeah. I know just getting any plus odds on any Saquon bet, I think is a good thing. Yeah. And like you said, he's just so explosive. Again, we saw in the Washington game, and look, in the Rams game, Hurts got the first touchdown, but he just gets so many opportunities. He's so explosive. I do think a lot of this comes down to who's getting the ball first, because, and I'll be interested to see if a team, instead of deferring, if they just want to take the ball, if they win the toss, just to try and set the tone, kind of like Tyler said. Because if Eagles get the ball first, I think they're going to play their game, and they're going to say, we're going to make you feel pain and just run this ball. So I like Saquon there. On the flip side, I will probably take the shot on Worthy, just because I love his explosiveness, and I think that's a good bet.
All right. Anything else you got? Or
no, I mean, the long shots. I might also do Goddard.
That's what I did.
As much as the Noah Gray, the Juju, the Hopkins are all enticing at these big numbers, I would just be happy if they actually get in the end zone.
Yeah, you'd be happy betting there anytime because you're getting an amazing price on that. All right, well then I'll be boring with you because I actually think I'm going to play it like the past, like that I get Tyler's point. They're going to want to, but this Eagles defense is, well, they're the best defense in the league. And so I'm going to play it like no matter who gets the ball. I know Najad, who I was on the show with this morning, likes the first half under. A lot of these Super Bowls start slow and we're thinking, oh God, do we have like a boring, slugfest on? And then it opens up and it becomes a fun game. There's been a ton of Super Bowls like that. So I don't know that I feel as confident as whoever gets the ball first is going to score. I just think since the Eagles are the better defense, I'm leaning into that. So I'm going to go Goddard was mine. I've already bet that. And then I'll probably sprinkle on Saquon too, because I'm with you. Anytime you can get plus odds on any Saquon bet, I'll take it. I bet it in the Washington game, and that, it's always fun to start a game like that. Even though the number's not exciting by any means. Okay, before we get into our parlays, let's talk exotic market. If you go to Popular, or there's a lot of ways to look at different exotic bets for the Super Bowl. What are you eyeing up, Tyler, in the kind of, that kind of market?
I got 2, and they're both rushing props.
Okay.
Total number of Kansas City rushing yards, so just combined as a team. Yeah. 114.5. Give me the under. I don't think Kareem Hunt and Pacheco are just going to be chunking yards off. Yeah. If Mahomes gets to 50, I really don't think he's going to bury me there. Right. I think you're basically fading one of those running backs, breaking a hole and breaking one for 50 to 60 yards. And I don't think either guy's fast enough to get away from these guys. So I like the under there. The other one I like, Kenny Gainwell is still concussed, right? I don't see any props listed for him. I don't see nothing. They say he's still in concussion.
He practice limited, I think, but I mean, you know how the concussion protocol goes. Like, we've seen that. And then Eagles reveal injury worry. I'm trying to look. Limited practice and return, remains in concussion protocol. Nothing really recent. The last one was 21 hours ago, limited in practice. So we don't know, basically.
Yeah. Well, there's a prop. Total number of players from Philadelphia to record a rushing attempt.
Oh, okay.
3.5. The under's -135. I think it's worth laying the juice. Saquon's taking 90% of the carries. Hurts is getting the rest of them.
Yeah.
Will Shipley's not touching the ball unless Saquon's leg turns backwards. It just comes down to if Kenny Gainwell is going to touch the ball, and then if Goddard's going to get one of his end arounds. That's literally it.
Yeah.
But if Gainwell's out, this is an auto bet because Shipley's not coming in.
Not if Gainwell's out, no. If Gainwell's out, then Shipley would probably get his role, right?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think Saquon just gets all of it. Maybe
I think they just ride Saquon. Exactly. I think they ride Saquon. But yes, I think Shipley would get a couple looks, but you might not get a single carry.
Yeah. Okay.
Because a lot of times it's like passing stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, so I like the two exotics in the rushing market. Steve, what do you got for any popular bets or any exotic market bets that you got? I'm gonna pull up mine because I screenshotted it.
Sorry. So I was looking mainly at the FanDuel specials. Is that what you're looking under?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can look anywhere because not everything's under there. But yeah, go ahead.
So not many actually of these totally stand out, but one was interesting was I think where was it? Nolan Smith to record a sack, Quinyon Mitchell to record an interception plus 1,200.
Okay. I don't see that one.
I don't mind that. This is the one tough thing is every state has different ones.
Okay. I was gonna say I did not see that one.
Yeah, because I didn't see like the ones that Tyler said. So the one that's fun, especially if you're predicting a high scoring game, is if you get a Super Bowl 57 repeat score, 38 equals 35 plus 17,500. So I mean, just a fun one, just to put a couple bucks on. But there's one other one.
While you're looking, look for that. I'll do the one I liked. One rushing touchdown in each quarter, plus so 21-1. This is leaning into the Eagles stuff. Obviously, this is leaning into because the Chiefs have been a little more susceptible on the ground. If we think a lot of the touchdowns come on the ground for the Eagles, then again it has to be spaced out. It maybe Chiefs have to hold up their end of the bargain with one, but I don't mind that for 21-1. And it's not like per team; it's one rushing touchdown each quarter. It's just a fun one, so I like that for 21-1. Did you find your last one, Steve?
It was Saquon Barkley to record 25 plus rushing yards in each quarter.
Okay.
Like the
what number is that?
750.
Okay, let me see. Was that under? That's the one thing I'm not good at on all the different sites because, like you said, different states, different sites, finding them all. But I need to be better about finding them quickly because I haven't done a good job of that in this show for sure. But I'm sorry, what number was it, Steve?
Plus 750.
Okay. You said it's 25 each quarter or 50 each quarter?
25 each quarter.
Huh. I don't see that on here either.
They have these props set up so weird on this website right now.
I know.
If you scroll all the way up to the top and click on the left bar, click the Super Bowl tab, it'll open up. And then you go to Super Bowl specials. I believe it's the second tab over. Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It opens up all kinds of new stuff for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Okay, this was some of the ones. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that because I know I looked at this before and then I lost it. And then, okay, so you like the say it again, Steve. The Saquon to score 20 or to record
Rush
25.
25 each quarter.
Okay, I like that too. Anything else for you? I just have one or two more in this section. Okay, all right. So I had the one rushing touchdown each quarter, 21-1 or whatever I just put up on the screen. And then, wait, what is this? I mean, this would be fun. It happened in the Washington game. Saquon did rushing TD on his first rush attempt. That was exactly what happened in the Washington game. No, I like the more over 2.5 people, like a receiver or something to throw a pass. And I know, if you a non-QB to, of course, a passing touchdown is 17-1. Over, I know there was an over 2.5 people to throw the ball, like somebody else is throwing the ball outside the two quarterbacks. Can't find that quickly, but don't mind taking a shot on this if you think there's going to be another Philly special. You could go with that look. How much do we trust? Bucker doesn't have that big of a leg, does he? For 65.
He was kind of injured earlier this year, so I actually think he does have that leg.
Okay,
indoors.
Indoors. Yeah. They have been just a fun stat that when I was doing the research that from Warren Sharp Football. So against Fangio's defense, Chiefs since 2019, they're 8-0, but that you can't. I mean, the offense is the Fangio coach. That doesn't really speak to everything. Drives in the red zone is about even, 37% Fangio, 37% every other defense. Chiefs have struggled inside the red zone. They've gotten to the red zone a lot this year. They've struggled in the red zone, settled for a ton of field goals, which is why they haven't covered a lot. Touchdown rate inside the red zone since 19 versus Fangio, 37% against Fangio, 62% against every other defense. Touchdown rate, goal to go, 38% against Fangio, 79% at every other defense for the Chiefs. So I kind of like a lot of Bucker's stuff. I mean, on DFS, I'm playing Bucker probably in every lineup. So that's why I just wanted to, indoors, what do we think? Especially like end of a half or something like this could be fun, a 38-1.
I'd have to look around. If there's something like over 60-yard field goal, I'd probably be more interested in that.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. All right. Anything else in this area that you guys like for these Super Bowl specials?
No, that's it for me.
All right, Tyler. Well, first of all, let's answer. Mike, thank you for joining us. Long shot TDs. I'll go back over and summarize what we talked about from the touchdown market here. Let's see. We brought up from long shots. We brought up Noah Gray. We brought up Juju. We brought up DeAndre Hopkins, Samaje Perine. So we definitely talked about some long shots there. Dallas Goedert isn't like a long shot, but we all three liked him at plus 310 on FanDuel, shop around. So that's kind of summarizes that. We'll build a show parlay like we have in the past, but Tyler, do you want to build like your own parlay? We each build like our own little one. I'll already say that mine, it's because it's already in, is the 2 touchdowns for Saquon, 2 touchdowns for Hurts. 34-1. So I already put it on the screen. It's already dead mine. Tyler, what do you got? It can be as crazy, small or long legs as you want.
Okay, it's a 6-legger, so it's a little longer. But it's almost like a game script. We're gonna go. Okay. I like the Worthy over 54.5. I think he's gonna be a major part of the offense. We'll use the Goddard over 49.5 because I think tight end's gonna be able to crush the Chiefs.
Yeah.
We'll go Carl Laftis to record a sack because I think they're going to be blitzing Hurts and he's going to be able to find the home at least once.
Wait, the first sorry, I got to catch up. I got to catch up on this because I was in the wrong section. So what was the first one, Tyler?
The first one was Xavier Worthy over 54.5.
Okay. Got it.
Second one was Dallas Goedert over 49.5.
Yeah. Got it.
Third one was George Karlaftis to record a sack.
Okay.
That'll be under defense props.
Yeah. Got it.
And we're going to go Philadelphia, first half winner.
I like that.
Kansas City to win the full game.
Oh, I like the different. That's nice. Okay. First half winner. Eagles. And then we get a Kansas City win. Is that 5 legs? And then the last one will be Mahomes 2+ passing touchdowns, and that bumps you up to 53-1. Ooh, that's a fun one. I mean, definitely like the anti-correlated Philly half and Chiefs win, because that's obviously what a lot of people are thinking, that Chiefs don't start well, but Mahomes is the second half, fourth quarter quarterback you want to have in the Super Bowl. So let me add Mahomes 2 passing touchdowns. Yeah, 53-1. I'll just read it out again. Worthy over 54.5. Goddard over 49.5. Karlaftis records a sack. Eagles win the first half. Kansas City wins the game. Mahomes 2 passing touchdowns, 53-1, courtesy of Tyler. So I gave it 34-1. Steve gave it 53-1, or Tyler gave it 53-1. What do you got, Steve?
All right. I'm going to go. Mine's going to be 5 legs as well.
Okay.
Let's have fun here. But it's not going to be as crazy. Total odds. I might do one where I push it also, but I'm going to do shootout script.
Okay.
Mahomes 275, Jalen Hurts 225 passing yards.
Okay. Got those two.
Then Saquon over 109.5 rushing.
Okay. Let me get to that. Got it. Okay. 2 more legs.
And Travis Kelce over 60.5 receiving. And Xavier Worthy over 54.5 receiving.
Okay. You got it. Plus 22, 26 in 5 legs. Again, Mahomes 275, Hurts 225, Barkley 109, Kelce 60.5. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was going to be a couple of but I'm going to save it for we did this for the conference championship. How about to make it, whether you want to do at the line or, slightly pushed. Let's not pick a side, since we add sides in, since we aren't necessarily all in lockstep on the side. But let's each pick 2 other legs, and not sides of half or final game. So Tyler, you go first. What are your 2, legs that you like the most for our show parlay here?
Can I go with Xavier Worthy over 5.5 receptions?
Love it.
That's at plus 108.
Oh, reception. I was going to say, I might do the rushing. So yeah, that might anti-correlate. I like it. Okay.
And then, we'll go some anti-correlation here because he's going to get targets too. Give me Marquise Brown over 40.5.
Okay. Over 40.5.
More catches for one receiver, yards for the other one.
Okay. Yep. We're at 273. All right, Steve, you go next. What do you got?
I'm going to go. I'm going to go Jalen Hurts back to the 225.
I like that. I think it's priced way too low.
And then I'm going to go one of his weapons, Dallas Goedert. I'll just go at his line, 49.5.
Yeah, we'll just do alt 50. Price it out to see, but that way. But yeah, same difference. We're Goddard receiving 50. Yeah, I think it's priced right around the same. So we're at 10-1. Let's see if this adds any anti-correlation. I'm going to do Worthy over 5.5 rushing yards. Let's see. Yeah, we got quite a jump there because we got Worthy receptions in there too. So that's fun. Let's see here. I was going to go Mahomes rushing, but that goes against Tyler. And I want us to be cohesive here. I want us to not have anybody against, just because we're on different sides, I want us to be cohesive. I'm not going to do Mahomes rushing because Tyler's right. If the Chiefs win, that's in big trouble. So I'm not going to do Mahomes rushing. I am going to do, I think we're going to get another little anti-correlated, or no, we don't have Saquon in here at all, right?
No.
Okay. Let's get him in the receiving game. Maybe he gets, whether he's able to get going on the ground or not. I think he's going to find the end zone. You could certainly do the end zone look. You could do 2 end zone looks. You could do rushing yards. I'm going to do receiving. It takes us up to 36 plus 36.70, 36-1 for, he just needs over 13 receiving yards. And I think they're going to want to get the ball in Saquon's hands any possible way they can. And we had to have a Barkley leg in here. So let me read it out again. Worthy over 5.5 receptions. Marquise Brown over 40.5 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts 225 passing. plus passing, Goddard 50 plus receiving, Worthy over 5.5 rushing yards, and Saquon over 12.5 receiving yards. 36-1. Show parlay. I'll price it out. I'll put it on Twitter. I'll put it on Dove Club. I like it. What do you guys think? Do you like our creation together here?
I like it. I think we had a good chance.
I like it. I like that. And it really doesn't push one side or another either. The Chiefs or Eagles could win with this slip cashing. So.
Yeah, and especially and I do think I kind of like the over in this game. And so I think it plays to that for sure as well.
Sure. Yeah. All right, guys, this has been fun. We covered alts, we covered touchdowns, we covered first touchdowns, we covered exotics, the specials, we covered parlays. We can now build a show same game parlay. This is going to be on Twitter. This is our final prop party show same game parlay. So we got to hit this damn thing 36-1. I love it. Again, it'll be on Twitter. It'll be in Dove Club. Props have already gone out. Parlays are going out Saturday. Tyler, final thoughts for this wonderful 2024 season. Final thoughts for the people.
It was a fast season. We had fun, though. We're going to make money in the last game. But I have one question. I asked Brad and Jamie this question, too, at the end of our show. I got to ask you guys it, too.
Okay.
Best ball season's back. I know you guys have penciled out a name that you're going to be drafting a lot, like I have, that you're projecting to do very well next year.
Yeah.
Who's your guy? My guy, I took Ricky Pershaw. I think Debo's gone. I think he slides in, and I think he's going to nuke in that offense.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we saw it in week 17. He nuked week 17. I like that call. Steve, I'll let you go first. You're our big board fourth place 50K winner here. I know some of the ones you're high on, but let's hear it.
I'll give 2. Just because,
yeah, I was like, I want to give like 10. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped about that. So great question, Tyler. Great question.
First, I'm going to go rookie, Tyler Warren. Dude is a stud. Even if he goes to the Colts, which is the worst possible landing spot because Anthony Richardson can't complete 50% of the passes, he's just too talented. He runs the ball. He'll throw the ball some. He could be the tush push guy. Like, I just think he's so undervalued right now. So I love him.
Love that he could be the tush push guy. I hope he goes to creative offense. That he,
another one that I would point to. We'll see how this off season goes, but I really like Jaden Reed with the Packers. He started the year strong last year. They kind of got away from him. Christian Watson's probably not going to be back at all this season. Maybe they go out and get an alpha receiver, but where are they going to find that? Free agency's not strong there. Draft, the only ones are going to be well before the Packers draft. So I think Reed they could just like be like, we have to get this guy way more involved. And
you think he's pissed off that Josh Jacobs said they don't have a wide receiver one?
Yeah. No, but I do think he's their best chance to elevate. Like, I think you're kind of maxed out with like the other guys, so he's the guy who could elevate.
Okay, I have 3, but I'll make it quick. Number 1, we're taping a rookie running back show. We did a quarterback tight end show. And these are all rookie shows to apply to the big board best ball drafts. We're taping a running back show. It'll be up later tonight. Steve has me obsessed with Cam Scatterbo from Arizona State. I know he's going to need a good landing spot, but he's going like whatever in the 120s. Like I've only done 9 drafts completed, and I already have 50% of them. So that's my number 1. Hope he gets a good landing spot. Number 2, I have to say Jameson Williams. Again, that's going to depend how Detroit adjusts to Ben Johnson, if they bring anybody else in. But J-Mo really broke out this year, and I see him continuing. He's my guy. He's what brought me home to a 5th place finish in best ball, so I'm running it back with him. He's just so explosive. I love these explosive players. They're just so damn fun to watch, and J-Mo is so fun to watch. So J-Mo's my number 2 that I'm going to be drafting a lot. And I've got a 3rd one. I hope Jaden Daniels runs it back and pays off his 3rd, 4th round price tag. But I think the value play is getting that floor ceiling combo with Drake May with I just blanked on his first name. McDaniel. He's not a good head coach. McDaniel. Josh McDaniel, terrible head coach, great offensive coordinator. I know it was with Brady, but there's already a lot of positive talk of what Josh McDaniel can do with Drake May. You got to assume they're going to go out, get some weapons for him. He was slinging it. He was always one of my favorites to like bet his yardage, bet his rushing, because it kind of wasn't set high enough last year. So that'll be fun. But you're getting him in like what, the 10th round, Steve? Some give or take.
11th, yeah.
Yeah. So you're getting like you kind of like a similar if you not again, hopefully Jaden Daniels and Drake May will carve their own path. I don't want to like say they're then, you know, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, but you know, they're going to carve their own path. But if you're getting that, but you're getting the other one at like a 6-round discount, I'm going to take a lot of Drake May in the 10th round. So those are my 3 that I've been taking so far and could see me doing that. That was a fun question, Tyler. I like it because that takes us right into best ball season, which we will all be doing a lot of all spring and summer. Steve, final thoughts for the people, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah, no, been a great year. You know, it does go by way too fast. I'm like everyone hoping we have a really fun game on Sunday. And I think we're going to hit some winners. And yeah, we're go right into best ball and you know, football is year round. And in terms of betting now, you know, betting DFS props, stuff like that. And you know, it's obviously football dominates the sports headlines during the off season anyway. So why not?
Exactly. Well, yeah, we appreciate you guys watching all season long, hopefully winning it with us. We've had a good season. We're going to have a strong finish here. Look for Dub Club Saturday. Look for this bet that we just put together on Twitter. I'm sure DGen Dads will be putting out a show bet to close out the year, and check out DGen Dads tomorrow night. It's been a fun NFL season. Sad it's over. Thank you so much for joining us, but join us all off season. We'll have you covered all off season long until the 2025 season kicks off. Have a great Super Bowl. Good luck. Make some money. For Steve, for Tyler, I'm Meg. We will see you next time.